very little in the world of college football, but there is a lot in the world of college football players trying to become professional football players, although college football. Anyway, point is it's Senior Bowl week. And you also have the Shrine game as well. So J.J. Pegues and Juice Wells at the Shrine game. The other Ole Miss hopefuls, a handful of them, are at the Senior Bowl this week. And while all of them, of course, every player there can make money or possibly lose money with how they conduct themselves this week, the biggest one, of course, the focal point is going to be quarterbacks, more specifically Jaxson Dart. Vital week for him, which is so it cracks me up that this week is more important than any game he played in terms of his pro prospects. He's played against LSU, he's been in Baton Rouge, he's been in all these places playing actual football, and none of those carry the weight that this week does in terms of becoming a professional football player. But the week starts, I guess they're doing their weigh-ins and all that stuff today, and he can become a first-round pick with a really good week this week.
He can get to the first round, can he?
100%.
Because there's just not a lot of great quarterbacks in this draft. But it's a supply-demand thing. There's not a big supply, but there's always big demand. Look at the top 10 picks in the draft. 8 of those teams need a quarterback badly. And so, there's no way, people are saying that, okay, Ward and Sanders are really the only two that have a first-round grade on. There's no way we're going to the first round of this draft with only 2 quarterbacks getting picked. No chance of that happening.
And so that means you either really like Jaxson Dart,
mm-hmm.
or you fall for Jalen Milroe. You somehow fall in love with his physical attributes in this week.
Small hands.
Tiny hands. Shockingly small hands.
Did you see this, Richard? He had the smallest measured hands of any first-round grade in like 20 years. Nobody in the NFL currently starting at quarterback has smaller hands than Jalen Milroe.
So he doesn't throw intermediate balls accurately. Mm-hmm. He throws a beautiful deep ball. He is freakishly gifted athletically, and he has tiny hands.
All it takes is one, though. But, like, I saw Matt Miller, the draft scout, and, McShay and Kuiper have also kind of echoed the sentiments that the NFL people love the non-football stuff with Dart, and the football stuff is good enough for him to go in the first round. I saw Matt Miller compared him to Bo Nix. It's like you look at Bo Nix's career and you think, he was a really good college player, but you haven't seen first-round pick.
We're talking Dart?
We're talking about, he compared him to Bo Nix, where it was like, you haven't seen that first-round stuff from Bo Nix, but really good college player, really smart, teammates love him, and that is going to sell well to a team. And that obviously there's so much more to playing quarterback than throwing a football, right? I mean, is Tom Brady – I'm not comparing Dart to Tom Brady, but is Tom Brady the most physically gifted player out there? No, but he won 7 Super Bowls because of other stuff. And apparently
he
teams –
was a little pudgy at the combine.
Yeah. But obviously had a great arm and all the things. But apparently they are expecting and are hearing that Jaxson Dart is going to and has already started winning NFL teams over in the other stuff. Like, measured it almost 6'2". He was 6'1" and 7/10. So 6'2", thick enough, has a strong enough arm for teams to look at all the other stuff and say, that guy can lead a franchise. And so that, with a good performance this week, the off-the-field stuff might carry him into the first. The draft scout people kind of expect it at this point.
I started to ask the question, I wonder how he will do. I mean, I think the answer is well, but like in the whiteboard sessions, how much of that they get into, or if that's more, team meetings one-on-one after the fact when they really dive into that stuff. That may not be a Senior Bowl thing. But you guys have seen some of the stuff that they've said about Jaden Daniels with regard to the whiteboard. Couldn't remember plays, couldn't diagram. But did you watch him? Because the kid can play.
Mm-hmm.
He's a winner. Now, not a winner in the way Joe Burrow was at LSU. Joe Burrow won everything you could win. But even though LSU didn't win maybe as much as some NFL teams would like to see when they were examining him They saw that everything in the offense was built around him. Kind of like Jaxson Dart.